Imagine you just moved into what seems to be the perfect house. Fresh start, new memories, and a beautiful home to call your own. But what if the moment you walk in, you feel it? A strange chill, a creeping feeling of dread that grows with each passing day. What if that home held a darkness so deep it could tear a family apart? This is the haunting true story of the Amityville Horror, an event that has kept America in fear for decades. The story begins in November 1974 in the quiet town of Amityville, New York, in a large Dutch colonial-style home on Ocean Avenue. Ronald DeFeo Jr., a young man who lived there with his parents and siblings, did something unthinkable. In the dead of night, he took a rifle and methodically went room by room, shooting his entire family as they slept, his mother, father, and 4 siblings. No one survived. Now, let that sink in. A family gone in a single night. And the chilling part? DeFeo later claimed that he didn't act alone. He said he heard voices in the house, voices urging him to kill. Could this house actually have been cursed? Fast forward a year later, December 1975. The house, despite its dark past, is put up for sale. And the Lutz family, George and Kathy, with their 3 young children, sees it as a dream come true, a spacious home at a bargain price. They know about the murders, but believe they can handle it. However, what they didn't know was that they were about to walk straight into a nightmare. Within days, the house began to show signs that something was terribly wrong. George Lutz, the father, felt drawn to waking up at precisely 3:15 a.m., the exact time Ronald DeFeo had murdered his family. And it didn't stop there. He would feel a deep, unnatural cold that seemed to follow him no matter how many fires he built. One night as George was wandering through the house, he saw something that stopped him dead. A pair of eyes, glowing red, staring at him through a window. But when he ran outside, there was nothing there. Soon after, strange smells began to waft through the house, almost like rotting flesh mixed with sulfur. The walls started to ooze a green, slimy substance, and cold spots appeared in random places, chilling anyone who stepped into them. Kathy, his wife, started seeing ghostly faces in mirrors, and their children began behaving strangely, speaking to invisible friends that no one else could see. Could they really be in contact with the spirits of the murdered DeFeo family? Or something even darker? Desperate, the Lutzes called a priest to bless their home. But the blessing went terribly wrong. The moment the priest entered, he felt a slap across his face, a force that left him shaken. And then he heard a voice, deep and menacing, telling him to get out. He left, refusing to return to the house, warning the Lutzes that whatever was there was beyond his power to cleanse. But things only grew worse. Kathy claimed she was levitated in her sleep, pulled by an unseen force. George began to look physically ill, consumed by fear and paranoia. Their pets grew aggressive, the family barely slept, and they began to fear for their lives. After just 28 days, the Lutz family had endured enough. One night, something so horrifying happened that they ran out of the house, leaving all their belongings behind, never to return. To this day, they have refused to talk about exactly what happened that night, though George once mentioned it was beyond human comprehension. Imagine fleeing your home, not because of a thief or a fire, but because the very air inside felt like it was alive with evil. What could drive a family to abandon everything, losing thousands of dollars, all for the chance to escape? News of the haunting spread, capturing public attention and launching numerous books, documentaries, and movies about the Amityville Horror. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren visited the house, claiming that they found strong evidence of haunting. Lorraine even stated that the house was plagued by a demonic force, a gateway to another dimension. However, some skeptics believe the entire haunting was a fabrication, a way for the Lutz family to make money off the home's tragic past. Whether you believe their story or not, the Amityville Horror continues to linger in America's collective imagination. The house still stands today. Despite its changed appearance, the dark legacy remains. New owners have come and gone, but few stay for long, with some neighbors claiming strange sounds still echo in the dead of night, and lights turn on by themselves. So what do you think? Was the Amityville house truly haunted, or was it all an elaborate hoax? Would you dare to step inside those walls, knowing the terror they might hold? Because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are true. Terror they might hold. Because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are true. Comment down below your own horror stories, moments that left you with chills, unexplained events, even stories passed down from family and friends. See how many haunted tales we can gather. Who knows? Your story might even be featured in our next video. Oh, share if you dare.